So, we'll start off with, I guess, your background.
I was actually born in Milan, Italy on September 15th, 1881. And my first job was as an apprentice to a man who worked at a bicycle and tricycle manufacturing plant known as Prinetti and Stucci, and I was 17 years old at that time. And that same year, I developed the first, well, not the first, my first motorized tricycle. And then during the same year, I actually developed my first car. And it was actually it was such a really good developed car that I actually won an award for it at an internationally known industry fair in Milan. And that was one of my biggest accomplishments, and it really paved the way for my industrial car career. I faced many challenges on my way up working to where I am today. It's more the fact that the hardest thing I probably had to come over was the fact that I was a minor when I first started out. Like, I was given a job working as a director at a certain car company that I was so young that I actually had to have my dad sign off on the contract. And a thing about that was that working there, I had a lot of people who didn't necessarily respect me or really take me that seriously because they were a lot older than me and I was really young in the profession. But I got through that, and as I grew older, I also faced many other problems. Once I actually started my own company, which is now Buggati, I actually had trouble with my company and actually left it because the economy, and I wasn't making a whole lot of money. And also it was just that I wasn't really impressed with how my workers were, and I wanted to get away from the owner life. So I actually gave my company up to my son, John, and I took time off. But then probably another huge thing which got in my way at one point was that I actually, during World War II, my son John was actually killed in a car accident, and the Nazis came in and ordered me to give them my factory so they could occupy their soldiers in there. But then as the war ended, I kind of settled down more, and I was able to just I was able to keep up with the company and not let any other things affect my path. I think that I benefited society in many ways by the fact that me starting to develop my cars, I was one of the first people who really started developing really nice sport cars, and I think I paved the way for a lot of the companies there are today that make these sports cars, and I think I set an example as a role model to a lot of young achievers who want to get into the car business because I started at such a young age. Also, I think that I should be remembered for those same reasons too. Like, I was at such a young age, I played such a pivotal role in car development, and I created one of the best car companies there are today. And I do believe, not trying to sound selfish at all, my legacy should not be forgotten. Oh, so now we're getting into the fun questions, I guess. Yeah, my favorite car, I actually didn't develop. My favorite car in the Bugatti series is probably the Bugatti Veyron, which is up on the screen right here. And it's just a magnificent car. It's like one of the fastest cars in the world, and it's just downright amazing, and I'm so proud to have my name on this car. In my ending years, I stayed with the company and I developed more cars, like the Bugatti Model 57. And basically, I just stayed with the company, and then my wife died, but I found new love and I remarried, and I had a son, and I just stayed a big part of the Bugatti car series.
So, you passed away in the year 1947 at 68 years old.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm here though.
No, you died in 1947.
How did that happen?
You were not aware of this?
I was definitely not aware of this, Lazarus. I don't know. I don't see how I could be here, but I've died. Then, like, then just someone like randomly tells me, oh, what's going on? Oh yeah. So, I think I just need a glass of water. But you just come in here, start telling me.
Oh gosh. Ettore, are you okay? I think he's dead.
I am Savarian Cacophony, and I am sitting down with Enzo Ferrari. Enzo, for some people who don't know you, surprising though. Tell us a little about yourself.
I was born in 1898 in the outskirts of Modena. I invented the car, the Ferrari, which is arguably one of the most famous cars. I was a pilot in World War I, and then I got injured and I had to recover, and then after that I was a race car driver, so that was really the first job I ever did. Well, I can say that I'm remarkable because before I even started getting into the car business, I got injured in World War I, and then I had to recover from that, and while being injured, I got the flu. There was a large flu epidemic in Italy, and so I also had to recover from my family dying, my dad and brother. I became a racer, and I made a lot more people get into racing because they wanted to see me race. And my cars are very effective today because of the new way they've been made after I think they took it out of how I made them, so I think I'm a big part of that. That's really how I benefited society. Definitely the Ferrari Enzo we have up on the screen. My favorite car because, it's so cool having the doors open up wide. And of course it's named after me. So that I just hope that people remember all my accomplishments and what I went through. And then I do remember you dying in the year 1988 if I wasn't. What? If I had to be correct. What are you talking about? Oh gosh. Got another one. What are you talking about? Just take this one out. Taking out the trash, disposing the bodies. Second one of the day. Come with me. This one's heavy.
Who's next? You decide.
Enzo Ferrari. What are you doing?
Push it!
Ettore Buggati. I didn't even put effort!
Just think about me, I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just when I like, and how I love it. I'm right here to say when I'm old and grey, I'll